You know that feeling when you're doing everything, right? You're eating clean, watching your calories, exercising regularly, and yet that stubborn belly fat just won't budge. It's frustrating, isn't it? You look in the mirror and think, what am I missing? Maybe you even start blaming yourself, thinking it must be your willpower, your genetics, or your age. But what if I told you it's not any of those things? What if the real issue isn't what you're eating or how much you're exercising, but when you're doing it? Because here's the truth that most people never learn: your body isn't designed to burn fat all day long. It's designed to burn fat when you let it. And that switch, the one that decides whether your body is burning sugar or fat, is controlled by timing, not willpower. You see, we've been taught to constantly feed ourselves. Breakfast, snacks, lunch, another snack dinner, maybe even a late night bite, and then we wonder why our fat burning system feels broken. But what if it's not broken at all? What if it's just never getting the chance to turn on? That's where fasting comes in. Not as punishment, not as deprivation, but as a rhythm, a natural ebb and flow that reminds your body what it was built to do. Fasting isn't about starving yourself. It's about allowing your body to access the powerful fat burning machinery it already has. It's about creating space between meals so your hormones, like insulin and growth hormone, can finally do their jobs. When insulin stays elevated from frequent eating, your body stays locked in sugar burning mode. That means your fat stores are sealed off no matter how clean you eat. But when you give your body a break, when you simply stop feeding it every few hours, insulin drops, growth hormone rises, and something incredible happens. Your body starts burning its own fat for fuel, especially that stubborn belly fat that's been hanging on for years. And here's the best part: you don't need extreme diets, magic supplements, or hours of cardio to make it happen. You just need to learn how to time your meals in a way that honors your biology. Once you do, the results can feel almost effortless. More energy, better focus, and a body that finally starts responding again. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how fasting triggers your body's natural fat burning mechanisms and why timing might be the missing piece you've been looking for. Because when you understand the science behind fasting, you realize it's not about restriction, it's about freedom. Freedom from the constant hunger, the yo dieting, and the frustration of doing everything right without results. And once you see how simple, sustainable fasting can transform your metabolism, you'll understand. Your body isn't fighting you. It's just waiting for the right timing to heal, reset, and finally start burning fat the way it was always meant to. When you stop eating for a period of time, something remarkable happens inside your body. It's like flipping a hidden metabolic switch. In our modern world, we've trained our bodies to expect food all the time. A morning coffee with cream, a mid-morning snack, lunch, another snack, dinner, maybe something sweet after. Each bite keeps insulin, your fat-storing hormone, slightly elevated. And when insulin is up, your body is told one thing: store energy, don't burn it. But the moment you pause eating, even for a few hours, your body starts to shift. Without incoming food, insulin begins to drop. And when insulin drops, your cells finally get the signal that it's safe to open the doors and release stored fat for fuel. Think of it like unlocking an energy vault that's been sealed shut for years. Inside that vault is the very thing you've been wanting to burn: stubborn belly fat. This is what fasting really is. Not starvation, not punishment, but communication. You're sending your body a clear message. It's time to switch from storing to burning. It's a metabolic reset, a conversation between your hormones and your cells that says, hey, we've got plenty of energy right here. Let's use it. Now, this process doesn't happen instantly. For most people, the body has been stuck in sugar burning mode for years, maybe decades. Every few hours, more glucose comes in, insulin rises, and fat storage continues. It's like always filling up your gas tank, but never letting the car run. Over time, the system gets sluggish. The body forgets how to efficiently access fat for energy. But when you fast, even just 12 to 16 hours, you create space for insulin to drop low enough that your fat cells finally get the memo. Once that happens, your body starts tapping into those stored reserves. This is where the magic begins. Your belly fat, which is particularly sensitive to insulin, becomes one of the first sources your body turns to. That's why people often notice their midsection changing first when fasting becomes a habit. It's not a coincidence, it's biology. Imagine your metabolism like a cluttered room. Every time you eat, especially processed foods or snacks, you add more clutter, more sugar, more stored energy. Fasting is like finally giving your body time to tidy up. It starts picking up the extra energy packets lying around, the fat in your belly, the sugar in your blood, and putting everything back in order. The longer you stay in that clean up phase, the more efficient your body becomes at using fat for fuel instead of constantly reaching for more glucose. And while all of this is happening, something else beautiful unfolds. Your body begins to repair. Without constant digestion demanding its attention, your system shifts focus. It starts cleaning out damaged cells, recycling old components, and refreshing the ones that need it. This process, known as autophagy, is like an internal spring cleaning. Your cells detox, your mitochondria Those little power plants inside each cell start running more efficiently, and your whole metabolism feels lighter, clearer, more energized. That's why so many people say fasting gives them mental clarity. It's not just about fat loss, though that's a powerful result. It's about cellular renewal. When your body runs clean, your energy flows better. You stop feeling sluggish and start feeling alive again. It's important to remember fasting doesn't mean your body is starving. Starvation is a stress state. Fasting is a healing state. The difference lies in control and intention. You're choosing to fast, giving your body space to breathe, to heal, to reset. You're allowing it to shift from consuming energy to creating it. When this switch becomes natural, when your body learns that it can trust the rhythm, something deeper happens. Your hunger hormones balance, your cravings quiet down, and your energy stays stable throughout the day. You're no longer ruled by constant snacking or sugar crashes. Your metabolism becomes flexible, moving effortlessly between burning sugar when it's available and fat when it's not. That's true metabolic freedom. And this is the point where belly fat, the kind that's been most resistant, finally starts to melt away. Because once your body becomes insulin sensitive again, it knows exactly how to use that fat for fuel. It's not holding on anymore. It's releasing, trusting that more energy will come when it's truly needed. So fasting isn't about depriving yourself. It's about teaching your body to remember its natural rhythm. It's the gentle art of communicating with your biology. You're saying, I trust you to do what you were designed to do. And when you give your body that chance, it doesn't just burn fat. It transforms from the inside out. When you start fasting, your body doesn't just burn fat. It starts orchestrating a hormonal symphony. Every hour that passes without food, your hormones begin to communicate in a way that supports healing, focus, and fat loss. And the most important part, you're not forcing this process. You're simply guiding it back into balance. Let's begin with insulin, the hormone that decides whether your body is storing or burning energy. When you eat even healthy food, insulin rises to help shuttle glucose into your cells. That's completely normal. But if you're eating all day long, insulin never gets a chance to fall. And when insulin stays high, fat burning stays off. It's like having a light switch stuck on storage mode. Now, the moment you stop eating, insulin levels begin to drop. Within 8 to 12 hours of fasting, this gentle decline sends your body a signal. It's time to switch from sugar burning to fat burning. This is where you start unlocking stored energy, particularly around your midsection. Think of insulin as a gatekeeper. When it finally steps aside, your fat cells can release what they've been holding onto for years. As insulin drops, another key player steps in, growth hormone. Around 12 to 16 hours into your fast, growth hormone begins to rise significantly. And this hormone is magical. It tells your body preserve muscle, burn fat, repair tissues. It's your body's natural anti-aging and fat-burning ally. While insulin stores energy, growth hormone helps you use it wisely. It rebuilds, rejuvenates, and strengthens from within. That's why so many people who fast notice their bodies feeling tighter and more toned even without heavy workouts. Growth hormone is working behind the scenes, sculpting your metabolism. And then there's cortisol, often misunderstood. People hear cortisol and think stress, but cortisol isn't the villain here. In the right balance, it's what helps you wake up with energy and focus. During fasting, cortisol gently rises in the morning to give you alertness. It taps into stored fuel so you can think clearly and stay active without feeling drained. The problem isn't cortisol itself. It's chronic cortisol, driven by constant eating, lack of sleep, or emotional stress. When you fast correctly, you help your cortisol find its natural rhythm again. It spikes when you need energy and settles when you rest. That's balance. So picture it this way. Fasting is like gathering your hormones around a table and saying, let's work together. Insulin lowers, opening the door to fat burning. Growth hormone rises, protecting and repairing your muscles. Cortisol finds its rhythm, giving you energy instead of anxiety. Together, these hormones create a beautiful metabolic harmony, one that's designed for healing and sustainable fat loss. You can actually feel this transformation happening in stages. At around 12 hours, your blood sugar begins to stabilize and insulin gently drops. You might notice your hunger quieting down and your mind feeling clearer. Your body is starting to tap into stored energy for the first time in a while. By 14 hours, growth hormone steps up, signaling the body to repair tissues and conserve muscle. You're not just burning fat, you're building resilience. This is often when people notice a lift in energy or focus as your brain begins using ketones, a clean fuel made from fat. At 16 hours and beyond, fat burning accelerates. Growth hormone peaks, insulin stays low, and your body becomes metabolically flexible. You're not dependent on snacks or caffeine for energy anymore. Your system knows how to create its own. This is the moment your metabolism shifts from reactive to responsive, from craving driven to calm and steady. And through all of this, you're not counting calories or punishing yourself with willpower. You're simply allowing your body to operate the way it was designed to. This isn't about eating less. It's about eating smarter in alignment with your hormonal rhythm. Your body is a coordinated system, not a math equation. When your hormones are in harmony, your weight naturally moves toward balance. Think of fasting as a conversation with your biology, not a battle. Each fasting hour is a new message of trust. You're telling your body, I know you know how to do this. And it responds by turning on ancient systems of repair, renewal, and fat metabolism that have been waiting for this moment. So when people ask, how does fasting burn belly fat? The answer isn't just about calories. It's about chemistry. It's about lowering insulin so fat can be released, raising growth hormones so your tissues can rebuild, and balancing cortisol so your energy stays steady and calm. When those hormones find their rhythm again, your body becomes what is always meant to be, self-healing, self-regulating, and effortlessly fat burning. If you're new to fasting, the most powerful thing you can do is start simple. Fasting isn't about going from zero to hero overnight. It's about creating small, sustainable shifts that your body can adapt to easily. Think of it like training your metabolism to trust you again. You're not forcing change, you're inviting it. Start with something that feels doable, a 12-hour overnight fast. That might mean finishing dinner at 7 p.m. and having breakfast at 7 a.m. the next day. It's gentle, approachable, and something almost everyone can do without stress. This first step teaches your body that it's safe to go without food for a short period. You're giving insulin time to drop just a little and allowing your cells to begin adjusting to this new rhythm. As that 12-hour fast starts to feel natural, stretch it to 13 or 14 hours. Then, when your body feels ready, move to 16 hours, the sweet spot where fat burning really starts to accelerate. The key is to build gradually. Fasting is like strengthening a muscle. You don't lift the heaviest weight on day one. You build resilience 1 hour at a time, and your body thanks you by becoming more efficient, focused, and energized. Hydration during fasting is absolutely essential. Remember, fasting doesn't mean depriving yourself of nourishment. It means changing how you nourish. Water, mineral-rich broths, and electrolytes become your best friends. When insulin drops, your kidneys release more sodium and water. So replenishing minerals like sodium, magnesium, and potassium keeps your energy steady and prevents headaches or fatigue. Think of minerals as the language your cells use to stay in balance. When you stay hydrated and mineralized, your body communicates better. Now, when it comes to breaking your fast, how you do it matters just as much as the fast itself. After hours of rest and repair, your digestive system wakes up gently. The first foods you eat should support that something rich in healthy fats and protein like eggs, avocado, or bone broth. Avoid jumping straight into sugar or processed carbs. That can spike insulin and undo some of the metabolic balance you've just created. Break your fast as an act of self-care. Slowly, intentionally, with gratitude. Let's bring this into real life. Imagine you finish dinner at 7 p.m., get a good night's sleep, and the next morning, instead of rushing to eat, you hydrate first, maybe water with a pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon. You move your body lightly. A walk, some stretching or deep breathing, and wait until 9 or 10 a.m. to have your first meal. That's a 15-hour fast right there without stress or struggle. Your morning energy feels calm and focused instead of groggy or wired, because your body is running on clean fat fuel, not constant sugar spikes. And if you get hungry during your fast, don't panic. Hunger is just a signal. It's not an emergency. Often it passes within minutes. Sip some water, distract yourself with movement or fresh air, and notice how your body adjusts. Each time you respond calmly to hunger instead of reacting to it, you build metabolic flexibility, your body's ability to switch between using sugar and fat for fuel. That's what fasting trains you to do naturally. Fasting also works best when it fits your life, not the other way around. Some people feel great fasting in the morning, others prefer skipping dinner instead. Some thrive with a daily 16 and 8 rhythm, while others enjoy longer fasts once or twice a week. There's no one perfect fasting schedule. There's only the rhythm that feels right for you. Pay attention to how your body responds. Your energy, mood, focus, and sleep will guide you better than any chart or rule book. And yes, there will be days when fasting feels easy, and others when it doesn't. That's completely normal. Hormones fluctuate, stress happens, life gets messy. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. Even if you miss a day or shorten your fast, it's still progress. Every time you come back to it, you're reinforcing the message, I trust my body to adapt, to balance, to heal. Fasting isn't about control, it's about partnership. You and your body are working together, learning from each other. The more you listen, the more it responds. That's the beauty of this process. It's deeply personal, always evolving, and rooted in respect for your own rhythm. You're not just losing fat, you're rebuilding a relationship with your body, one built on awareness, trust, and consistency. Because when fasting becomes a lifestyle, not a rule book, it stops feeling restrictive. It starts feeling like freedom, the freedom to eat when it's time to nourish and to rest when it's time to burn. And that freedom over time transforms not just your metabolism, but the way you live in your body. Most people don't realize that when you eat can be just as powerful as what you eat. Your body runs on rhythm, a beautiful natural timing system called your circadian rhythm. It's the internal clock that governs everything from your energy to your hormones to how well you burn fat. When you eat in sync with that rhythm, fasting becomes even more powerful. When you eat against it, like rushing meals late at night, it's like trying to swim upstream. Your body isn't designed to digest heavy food while you sleep. It's designed to repair, detox, and reset during those nighttime hours. But when you eat late, let's say dinner at 9 or 10 p.m., followed by a snack or dessert before bed, your body has to keep working to digest food instead of resting. Insulin stays elevated, growth hormone can't rise as effectively, and your metabolism misses out on its prime fat burning window. It's like keeping the engine running all night when it was meant to cool down. Now imagine the opposite, finishing your last meal while it's still light out, maybe around 6 or 7 p.m. As the sun sets, your body naturally begins to wind down. Melatonin starts to rise, preparing you for sleep. Insulin drops, and your metabolism transitions into repair mode. By the time you fall asleep, your body is already burning stored fat for fuel. Instead of digesting dinner, you wake up lighter, more rested, and with steady energy instead of sluggish cravings. This is why meal timing matters. Eating within a daylight window, say from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., aligns perfectly with your hormonal rhythms. Cortisol is highest in the morning, giving you natural energy and focus. That's also when your digestion is most efficient. As the day goes on and light fades, digestion slows, and your body prepares to rest. When you match your eating window to daylight, you're syncing your metabolism with nature's clock. And that's when fat burning becomes effortless. Picture this: you wake up with the sunrise and step outside for a few minutes of morning light. That light hits your eyes and tells your brain, it's daytime, let's start the engine. Cortisol rises gently, your metabolism wakes up, and you hydrate instead of eating right away. Maybe you sip on water with minerals, take a few deep breaths, and let your body naturally move from rest into rhythm. By mid-morning around 9 or 10 a.m., you have your first meal, something clean, protein-rich, and satisfying. Throughout the day, you eat in a relaxed, mindful way. No rushing, no grabbing bites on the go. Your meals are spaced so your body has time to digest, use the energy, and then rest again before the next one. You feel stable, focused, and energized. And then by early evening, you enjoy your last meal, calm, nourishing, and unhurried. Maybe it's a family dinner, maybe it's something light you love. You finish before it's dark, knowing your body now has the whole night to repair, burn fat, and restore itself. This pattern might sound simple, but it's deeply transformative. When you close the kitchen early, your sleep improves because your body isn't busy digesting food at midnight. Growth hormone, your body's natural repair and fat-burning hormone, surges during deep sleep, especially when insulin is low. That means your overnight hours become fat-burning hours. You wake up refreshed with a metabolism that feels like it's finally working with you, not against you. And here's what's truly empowering. You don't need to be perfect. If you eat late sometimes, that's okay. What matters most is consistency over time. Each day you align your meals a little more with daylight. You're retraining your body to listen to its natural cues again. You'll start noticing that late night hunger fades. Sleep gets deeper and your morning energy feels steadier. Think of this as a dance between you and your hormones. You're learning the rhythm again. Light and dark, eat and rest. Your metabolism thrives on that rhythm. Your insulin stays balanced, cortisol flows smoothly, and growth hormone gets its full moment to work overnight. It's not about rigid schedules, it's about flow. So rather than seeing fasting as just a number of hours, start seeing it as a rhythm you live by. Morning light tells your body it's time to wake and energize. Hydration keeps your cells talking clearly. Eating with the sun supports digestion and hormone balance. And closing the kitchen early allows your body to do what it does best: restore, heal, and burn fat in peace. The beauty of this approach is how double it feels. You're not cutting out foods or counting calories. You're simply honoring timing. You're living in alignment with the natural design your body has always known. Once you feel that rhythm settle in, you realize it's not about forcing your body to lose weight. It's about giving it the timing it needs to remember how to thrive. Imagine waking up in the morning and feeling light, not just in your body, but in your mind. There's no frantic rush for breakfast, no racing thoughts about what to eat next. You feel clear, calm, and connected. Your body isn't begging for sugar or caffeine, it's quietly humming with energy. That's what happens when fasting becomes part of your rhythm. It's not just about burning fat, it's about creating freedom. Because when you've spent years fighting your body, counting calories, restricting, worrying, doubting, it's easy to forget what balance feels like. But fasting helps you remember. It teaches you that your body isn't the enemy. It's intelligent, responsive, and always trying to protect you. All it needed was space to reset, to breathe, to remember how to function the way it was designed to. As your fasting journey continues, you start noticing little changes. First, that mid-morning crash disappears, your cravings fade, and your focus sharpens. The belly fat that felt impossible to lose finally begins to soften and melt away. But even deeper than that, something shifts inside you. You stop chasing quick fixes and start trusting the process. You start trusting yourself. That's the real transformation. Not just a smaller waistline, but a renewed relationship with your body. You begin to understand its signals, its timing, its language. You no longer eat out of habit or emotion. You eat out of awareness and connection. You realize that you can go hours without food and feel stronger for it. That feeling of control, not over your body, but with your body, is one of the most empowering experiences you'll ever have. It's emotional too. The relief of not being ruled by hunger or cravings feels like a weight lifted. Not just physically, but mentally. You stop living in fear of food and start living in partnership with it. Food becomes nourishment, not noise. Hunger becomes a whisper from your body, not an emergency alarm. You begin to feel peace where there used to be pressure. Fasting gives you back something modern life often steals: clarity. Your brain runs cleaner when your blood sugar is stable. Your thoughts feel less foggy, your focus sharper. You make decisions from a grounded place because your energy isn't bouncing up and down with every snack or meal. You begin to notice that your best ideas, your calmest moments, and your deepest self-awareness come during those quiet fasting hours. It's as if the space you give your body also gives your mind room to breathe. And that clarity spills into everything. You have more patience with your family, more focus at work, more energy to move, to create, to live. You realize fasting isn't something you do. It becomes something you are. It's woven into how you care for yourself. It's not about restriction. It's about restoration. You're giving your body what it's been craving all along: a pause. The beauty of fasting is that it meets you exactly where you are. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to fast every day or hit the same hour mark as someone else. You just start where you can, maybe 12 hours tonight, maybe 14 next week, and let your body guide you the rest of the way. There's no finish line here. It's a rhythm, a lifestyle, a returning home to your natural design. Every fast is an act of trust. Every pause between meals is a reminder that your body knows how to heal when you give it space. This is how balance is restored, not through force, but through faith. So as you begin this next chapter, remember, fasting isn't about losing something. It's about gaining everything you were meant to have: energy that feels endless, confidence that radiates, and a peaceful relationship with your own body. You're not depriving yourself. You're awakening your body's wisdom. You're learning to live in partnership with the system that's been supporting you all along. Start small. Stay curious. Be kind to yourself. Your body has been waiting for this, for your trust, your patience, your willingness to let it do what it's always known how to do. Every day you choose to fast, even for a few hours, you're not just burning fat. You're building freedom. You're reminding your body and yourself that healing happens not through control, but through rhythm, rest, and belief. This isn't the end of your journey. It's the beginning of a new relationship with your body, one built on trust, balance, and peace. And once you feel that, you'll never want to go back.